Have you ever seen a penguin come to tea? When you look at me, a penguin you will see. Penguins, attention! Penguins, begin!
Hey everyone, it's Shawna and thank you so much for joining me here today to make our awesome penguin craft. This is what we're going to be making and I'm super excited to show you how to do it. In a minute, a list of materials is going to pop up on your screen, and when you have them all ready, I'll meet you back here and we can get started. So our first step is to grab our scissors, and again, if you're not comfortable using your scissors, you're going to get an adult to help you with this next step. And we're going to take a piece of our tissue paper, so I'll start with this one, and we are going to cut squares of tissue paper to use as the background for our picture. So you're going to want the squares to be about 1 to 2 inches. The size is totally up to you. You can make each color a different size if you want. That would probably look really cool. So you're going to cut strips of tissue paper and then make them into squares. So we're looking for, again, about 1 to 2 inch squares, and we're going to use this again as the background of our penguin picture. So now that our tissue paper squares have been cut up, we are going to grab our white piece of paper, our white glue, and whatever we're using to spread our glue. So we're first going to start by drizzling a little bit of glue in one section of our paper. We're then going to take whatever we're using to spread the glue and spread it nicely down the page a little bit. Oops. And then we are going to start taking our squares of tissue paper and placing them on top of the glue. You can do it in whatever order you want and however you want. Each one of our crafts is going to look different. So you're going to cover the entire area that you just spread glue across with tissue paper pieces. And then you're going to repeat this step. So you're going to place more glue onto your white paper and spread it with your glue spreader. And then cover the glue in tissue paper. And you're going to keep repeating this step until the whole paper is full. When you finish gluing down all of your tissue paper pieces, you may want to consider drizzling a little bit more glue on top and spreading it across the top layer of your tissue paper to make sure that it sticks to the bottom layer. When you finish that, you're going to move your paper off to the side to let it dry, and we're going to start working on our penguin. While our background is drying, we're going to work on the body of our penguin. So for this first step, you're going to need your black construction paper and your scissors, and if you'd like, a pencil to help draw out the body. So the first thing we're going to do is make a large oval starting at the bottom of your page and working to about halfway or 3/4 of the way up, and then back down to the other side. We're also going to need to draw the arms for the penguin, so you're going to draw 2 long ovals in the remaining space at the top of your black construction paper. And once you've done that, we are going to cut them out. When you are done, you should have something that looks like this and 2 arms. Now we are going to bring our glue back and glue our arms on to the side of the penguin. You can glue them on any way you'd like. I'm going to have one of mine waving. And then we're going to set that off to the side to dry. So while the body of our penguin is drying, we're going to work on some of its features. So for this part, you're going to want to get your orange construction paper, scissors, and a pencil if you'd like to draw out what you're doing before you cut. So the first thing we're going to work on is the penguin's feet. And they're going to be the same shape as our penguin body, just a lot smaller. So the easiest way again to do it is to start at the bottom or at the edge of your orange construction paper and to draw a nice big semicircle. And we're going to do 2 of these for the penguin's feet. So when you're done, they'll probably look something like this. And then we're going to do the beak as well. So for our beak, we're going to want to draw a diamond shape. And again, you want it to be fairly big because we want it to stick out on the penguin's face. So to draw a diamond shape, the easiest way to do it is to draw 2 triangles on top of each other. But just don't connect them in the middle. So as an example, it might look something like that. And then we are going to cut them out. The final feature we need for our penguin's body is their tummy area and their eyes. So for this, we're going to do the exact same shape that we did for the penguin's main body, but we're going to want to make it a little bit smaller so it fits on the inside. So again, starting at the edge of your paper and drawing a nice big semicircle and attaching it back down at the bottom on the other side. Now, while we have this white paper here, we're also going to draw 2 circles, and these are going to be the penguin's eyes. And when you're happy with how they look, you can cut them out. When your penguin arms have dried on the body, we're going to start assembling the rest of our pieces. So the first thing we're going to do is grab our white cutout that's going to act as the penguin's tummy, and we're going to put some glue on it. And you're going to place it all the way to the bottom and in the middle of your penguin's body. Just like this. From here, we're going to attach our penguin's feet. So they are going to go at the bottom as well, at the very bottom. So the flat edges are all together. So again, you're going to grab some glue, put a little bit of glue on, and stick them down. From here, we are going to do our penguin's beak. So you should have your diamond cut out. And we're actually going to fold it in half so the 2 tips of the triangles meet. Now they won't be perfect, so that it's kind of 3D like this. And on one side, you're going to put some glue and you're going to put it just above where the tummy ends, like this. Now our last step is to glue on our eyes. So find a good spot on your penguin to glue on your eyes. And then to make it look a little less creepy, we're going to grab our black marker and draw little eyeballs in the middle. So your penguin, when it's done, will look something like this. Now we're going to set this off to the side to dry for a few minutes, and we're going to go and get our background that we're going to glue our penguin onto. When all the pieces have dried on your penguin, you are going to glue it onto the background that we created earlier. So you might have noticed that when your background piece of paper dried because of all the glue, it was probably a little bit crumpled. So I just stuck mine under a book or a laptop or something heavy to kind of flatten it out before we did this step. So I am going to, on my background, drizzle some glue on. And then I'm going to sit my penguin on top of the glue and gently press it down. And there you go.